Members of the European Parliament have voted overwhelmingly to condemn a bill going through the Polish parliamentary system, which they believe sets out to criminalise sex education in schools. The vote was won by 471 MEPs voting to condemn it and only 128 against. Here on The Brief from Brussels, we're taking a look at the bill. We're also speaking to some of the Polish politicians who support it. Demonstrations in Poland against a bill they reckon will criminalise the teaching of sex education in schools. Poland's lower house has already approved it. It's the language in one line of the bill they're worried about. Anyone who promotes or approves sexual intercourse or other sexual activities by a minor related to upbringing, education, healthcare or care of minors or operating on school premises is liable to imprisonment up to 3 years.
This paragraph is under the header Stop Pedophilia. This law doesn't speak about any education issues. It only prohibits promoting pedophilia. It strengthens protection of the children in accordance with the Polish constitution and international law acts, like the Declaration of the Rights of the Child, as well as with the regulation in force in the European Union.
They say MEPs in Brussels haven't even read a translated version of the bill. But the fear is that the language will be used to clamp down on open discussions in the classroom about sex. Some MEPs reject the suggestion it should be left to the parliament in Poland to decide.
For us, it's a question about human rights, and if human rights organizations, for example, in Poland but also in other countries, are saying that they need our support, then it's important for us to give them support.
Sex education experts say removing age-appropriate lessons from schools would have a dramatic effect.
In quite a short time, you will see an increase in STIs, in teenage pregnancies, in sexual violence among young people. You will see an even more increased homo and transphobia, leading to more depression and suicide among LGBT.
The European Parliament's vote is to call on other EU capitals and the European Commission to pressure the Polish government against implementing the bill. Jack Parrock, Euronews. And this bill, which the MEPs believe is set to criminalise sex education in Poland, is another point of tension between Poland's ruling Law and Justice Party and Brussels. There is still an ongoing investigation into rule of law in Poland by the European Commission. Jack Parrock, Euronews, Brussels.